Yo, what's going on? It's the UFC Abu Dhabi post show here. Your boy Combat Casual. We just wrapped up the main event. Robert the Reaper Whittaker suffers a split decision loss to Rainier the Dutch Knight de Ridder. It was a close match, back and forth. Ultimately, Rainier de Ridder gets it done by split decision. Let's check out who was the winner of today's Tapology League. We have a Tapology League. Whoever gets the most event wins at the end of the year will win $100. That's the pot so far. Let's check out who won, shall we? Yes. In first place, that would be CBD Delivery. Let me know who you are because I have no idea who you are. And I'll be trying to pay you money at the end of the year. So let me know who you are, please. He was in first place, or she, not sure who. Sean Moody in second place, UFC 8 in third, in the Granite 617 in fourth place, Thal Showweather, fifth and sixth, Skeletor in seventh, tied with your boy Idaho Steez, Strickland's Burner in ninth, Nick the Dane in 10th, Giuliano Argentine in 11th, tied with Amber Lee Rose, Chico Pix in 13th, Barcher and Kiwi in 14th, and tied for 16th, not in the AM, bro. Euphoric Notes, Degenerate Dane, 19th, Aaron Tats and Bodak, along with Cheddarhead, and Matula and Brother 9000 getting second to last and last place. So that is the Tapology League for this week. Congratulations to CBD Delivery for taking home the W. Let's get into the card, shall we? By the way, this is a panel stream. If you guys want to hop in, talk some shit, call me a loser for being stressed out the entirety of the main event, I am dropping the link for you guys in the chat. If not, we'll wrap up the fights and we'll get out of here. And we'll do Super Ryzen here in about 5 hours. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go through the results, shall we? Let's actually go to Fight Center. I don't think that Dana White will be speaking tonight. I did not see him there. If he is, though, I'll see if there's a post-fight press conference really quick. Click that link if you feel like joining. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Wait, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Yes, there is a press conference. We'll see if Dana White appears. I don't think he will. But yeah, let's run through the event, shall we? Let's go from bottom to top. Got to get all these stupid fights up. Ooh, geez, oops. Now, the start of this event, my power was out, so I actually didn't watch the first and second round of the Marcus Buchecha fight against Martin Buday. Sorry, let me just try to get all of these up really quick. Okay. Sick card. Yeah, it was a sick card. By the way, if you feel like hopping on the panel, go ahead and hop on. We do have somebody already joining us. Buddy beats ketchup, I'm convinced. Boudet. Okay, got it. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, what's good?
Just chilling, man. How did you enjoy the card?
So it was shit for a while, like for longer than it should have been. But goddamn, dude, like the fucking so the Jan versus McGee did really well. The main event was like, I don't know. I mean, Dude, Whittaker was pretty. I mean, he was pretty defensively responsible. You just told me, by the way, by text that he was your favorite fighter. That's something I didn't know about you.
It's true. This is true. It was cringy as shit. I was extremely nervous. I was wearing my hat I got in Australia with the kangaroo on it. I got my head pillow I got from the Sydney airport out. It was all fucking fanboy bullshit, fucking gay as shit for me. So I was hoping somebody would make fun of me for that.
I mean, it's easy to make fun of you for all your Pikachu shit, which I've seen firsthand. That's fucking So I heard that I mean, this is actually pretty funny. I heard that that Hank and Haunter got into it. There you go. There he is. It's a huge Pikachu.
Pika Pika. Robert Whittaker got robbed. Thank you, Pikachu. Thank you very much for giving us your thoughts.
Robert Whittaker got robbed, said nobody ever.
Yeah, no, Pikachu's a big Robert Whittaker fan. What do you want me to do? I don't know. Come on, man. He's biased.
Dude, how about Guskov fucking Krylov's mother in the pussy and ass?
Did that happen? I wasn't aware that took place.
Dude, that was a sick first round fight, dude. The first round finish, rather.
Yeah. By the way, good to see Artem. Good to see Alina. If this fight card was shit, then Ryzen has real rules. Yeah, and I understand where Giuliano's coming from. He's basically, I do kind of agree with him that the fight card was.
By the way, I'm not.
It was hit and miss as.
By the time I'm not saying the fight.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was kind of hit or miss. Obviously, the Stephen Wynn and Muhammad Yahya fight was interesting. For the simple fact.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Muhammad Yahya got knocked down 7 times, and he got a knockdown of his own actually in the second round, I believe. But yeah, it did take a while for it to get rolling. I guess I will agree with you there, but I thought that the card overall was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, it was good. Isha, I'm overstating things as I do. You know,
he's an exaggerator.
It was definitely a good.
By the way, hold on. Breaking news. Yeah, breaking news.
Oh, Jesus.
Breaking news, everyone. Giuliano Argenti over-exaggerates things. We're back live from the panel. Giuliano, do you have a response to that?
I'm very impressed with the production value.
Yeah, we're stepping it up around here. But yeah, I guess what was your best moment of the card, least favorite moment of the card?
Best moment was dude, the Guskov's performance definitely good. I got the main event still in my head, obviously. Sure. That overhand from Whittaker that put RDR on the ground in the third, I think it was in the third, was fire. I thought it was over. He went to ground and pound, like that was definitely a good fight. I don't get the judge that saw it for Whittaker, but
so you're saying you felt like there was no case that Whittaker should have gotten a scorecard?
Not really, dude. Even if you gave him the first, right, and it's 2-2 going into the fifth, he clearly lost the fifth round.
That's how I scored it. I thought that the fifth round was actually incredibly close, but by the end of the round, you saw the striking totals, and Whittaker or RDR was up significantly. Also, one thing that was interesting about the main event to me was in the beginning of the fight, you saw how Whittaker was pressing RDR back. He had him in the on the warning track, as I call it. It's the outer line of the octagon, the outer line where the sponsorship logos are. He was actually pressing RDR back to the warning track. But by the third, fourth, fifth round, it was RDR pressuring Whittaker back to the warning track. And at which point RDR was able to implement his clinch game. And I guess I just kind of overlooked the fact that RDR would be able to win this fight basically just in the clinch by pushing Whittaker back to the cage.
Yeah, I mean, I thought overall RDR did a great job of systematically breaking Whittaker down with strikes to the body. Because in the beginning rounds, you know, Whittaker was very defensively responsible. None of those fucking takedown attempts were working. He had, his stance was set up to totally block RDR's game, and then by the fourth round, he was, even though he didn't, get the takedown, he shot a double leg, where he was able to back Whittaker up because Whittaker was so gassed. Yeah.
Guess who's joining the panel? Can you just take a guess? Take a wild guess.
Isha?
One more guess. I think
Leandro?
No, it is Captain Rafuko.
Oh shit! What's up, What's up, Rafuko?
Hey, what's going
on MMA YouTube would appear here. We were just talking about the main Captain Rafuko, and Giuliano was telling me that the shots to the body were what he thought was winning RDR the fight. I would just like to add to that really quick. I think that one thing I really, really liked about RDR in this fight is he would throw a punch while he would like go for a takedown, even if it was just a feint. And if he wasn't successful with it, he would actually come up with a strike and land a strike after a takedown feint. I thought that was really impressive by RDR. But honestly, guys, let's be so real here. Again, Robert Whittaker, my favorite fighter. I fucking brought out the fucking hat that I got from Australia. I put the fucking stupid pillow from the...
And then you bet against him.
From the Sydney airport. Hold on, I'm getting to that. Just chill out. Fuck, don't spoil everything.
I'm sorry, dude.
though again, Whittaker is my favorite fighter, and I was extremely nervous during the fight, like a fucking schoolgirl. The fight was not that good, right? Am I crazy?
No, it wasn't. But to be honest, right now, I mean, besides for like the vision that I just saw, I mean, René de Redier, I mean, he was that really good because not many fighters got the weird jiu-jitsu judo on his towel, because I understand that René de Redier was that looking great, but the fight, I mean, doesn't like give enough for like much attention. But Bobby Knuckles still got it. I mean, he's like a tough opponent for anyone in the division. And for those knees of RDR, they're lethal. And they just ate those notes for the body, then they just went to look that really easy.
Sure. I feel like Whittaker's snap and his gas tank just, I mean, I understand there was a lot of grappling and clinch sequences from RDR. I was surprised at how gassed, I guess, both men looked by the fifth. How about you guys?
I mean, like I said, like Whittaker stayed defensively responsible as long as he could. I think the Ritter, like, kind of systematically broke him down with the body shots to where, I mean, dude, you get hit. A lot of people don't realize, like, people are big on damage-based scoring, which, and not that they're wrong, but it's like, a lot of people don't understand what it's like to eat a knee like that. Like, I mean, Ritter landed 3 solid, like, knees to the body. That the type of shit, you take shots like that to the torso, and, like, your gas tank's just fucked.
Matua says Argenti's mic is breaking up. It literally always is. I've tried to get it to fix it. You never will. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, sure. Is it a consequence of RDR's game that made Whittaker look the way he did in the 4th and 5th round? Sure. I do feel like, and again, Whittaker being my favorite fighter, I feel like he's just in a debilitated state. I mean, the guy's had a lot of wars, a lot of crazy fights, been hurt a lot. And when you say Robert Whittaker still has it, I mean, what exactly are you saying, Rafuko? I'd like you to elaborate on that.
Yeah, between for like this one, I mean, and just the judge is gonna decide because they have like the stupendous like getting like the speed that the knockdown, but there is like a polemic result because I know there was one former champion that just wanted to say they wanted to get her huge, but they're gonna get to cook very well. But I know there's gonna be like a really insane, but as a real fight, because equation is not that really easy. Because Renee Whittaker got really gassed because they have an amazing knees, and it's crazy because even they have a like disorder. There's a lot of magic.
Sure.
And don't be realized because they just wanted to wait to knock it
Hold
down.
on.
And
I'm asking you.
counting.
You said
Oh.
Robert Whittaker still has it. What exactly do you mean by that?
What does he still?
I mean, they still got it with his arsenal, for his skills.
Okay, got it.
Was my
I
mic
think-
any better? I just turned on my Wi-Fi.
It was interesting for me because as the second round was happening, or was the third round? Sorry, I was like, man, you know what? I would like to see what happens when Robert Whittaker gets taken down. I would like to see what happens in a grappling exchange between these two. And we saw that. I mean, obviously, RDR the superior grappler, but Whittaker did defensively well. But I still feel like, it's not enough. It's not enough for Whittaker to deal with a high level grappler. So for that reason, I kind of felt like that was going to be the case. But I think we got to pay respect to RDR for his good skill. I feel like he favored that step in knee a little bit too much, even though it was effective throughout the fight. But yeah, I mean, the fight was not that good. I mean, let's just be honest, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna here for Matua. I'm gonna switch this to my desktop.
Yeah, that'll be a lot better. So yeah, I guess we could talk about. I mean, what do you guys think is next for one Mr. Bobby Knuckles, the Reaper, Whittaker, and what's next for RDR?
I mean, I told you by text. I think the fight to make is Strickland Whittaker.
I think Whittaker fucks Strickland up.
Oh, dude, you're so wrong.
Wait, is
Yeah.
Strickland your favorite fighter?
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be a big splash. We might have to put some big money on that. If
Dude,
both men fight.
that's a bigger money bet than I had with Terzi. I'll double my bet with Terzi and throw $7,000 on
I'm not
Strickland.
willing to put that much on a fight.
No. Like if you lose, like we'll figure some shit you have to do out. But like,
Oh God! Oh no! Oh Jesus Christ!
you got to teach her Fuji how to skate or
So
some
that's
shit.
the matchup for Robert Whittaker. What about for RDR? What do you think is next for him?
Well, for the next one, I mean, I would love to see it. I don't know, Robert Whittaker versus Sean Strickland.
I do like that.
And yeah, but in that honest right now, I think that Rainier de Redier, I mean, he was really taken serious to take like a title shot. But I think it's gonna be like a really careful if he needs to win against Kazma Chiamev. Because I understand it's gonna be like really dangerous. Could be like gonna take him for a bait. But I really think that Kazma Chiamev is gonna be like a serious contender against RDR.
I would say, dude, what do you? Because we all know that Anthony Hernandez is gonna beat Delite in like
Anthony
2 weeks,
Hernandez?
right? Yeah. So after coming off of win to Delite, which he will get, right? I'd like to see Fluffy versus RDR. I think.
It's tough. It's tough because
Yes.
it's even though it's really nice to see RDR come into the UFC, have a good run, win his toughest fight against Robert Whittaker in a very close, I thought, and competitive match. I feel like Hamzat. I mean, he's next for the title, right? I know that's not necessarily booked or confirmed, but I don't know why this performance just doesn't scream RDR is the next title contender to me.
I don't think he's the next title contender, but like here, 1 second.
By the way,
Yeah, my audio is chopped.
Speaking of matchups, tomorrow we're gonna do a matchmaking show. We do it every Sunday. Who's up next? You guys can vote in the chat for the match you would like to see next for every fighter we go through on the card. Yeah, man. You guys have anything else to say about the main event, or can we move on?
Oh,
right.
hold on a minute. Oh, that's not about to get started. I mean, that was like a very like interesting fight card because I've been seeing like a lot of young prospects coming out for the veterans, but I really expect that the UFC 319 is gonna be like something bigger because I would love to see that. And to be honest, right now, I mean, we love to see those rookies can build a brand new generation for the UFC. And before I leave right now, because right now I have one thing to do because I had to do like a show coming up there on Sunday.
Yeah.
But the real thing is, if you had to fight, you gotta do it with a lot of violence. You gotta wake up, you gotta choose violence, and of
Okay.
course, you gotta think with your mind. All
Gotta
right,
wake
so
up,
it's gonna be real.
Okay.
choose violence.
Fair enough, man. All right. Thank you, Rafuko, for hopping on the panel.
Salute to you, Kama Casual, Idaho, Giuliano. Salute to you, and of course, I just wanted to tell you, for all of the haters and trolls who are watching it, I just wanted to tell you, go fuck yourself, haters and trolls. There it is, Capitan Rafucho out.
God damn it.
Jeez.
Fucking what a legend that guy is. Oh my god. I just knew for a fact that fucking Rafuko would hop on the panel and I always go, I ask him a direct question. I go, what did you I'm like,
He can't
what
help
do you mean
himself.
by Robert Whittaker still has it? And he's like, I just wanted to say about the whole fight card that it was a very good. And I'm
No,
like,
he said, dude, he said something. He's like, he still has. It's like he's still the has. That's what he said. He's still the has. He can't help himself, bro.
by the way, Rafuko, he's a really nice guy. I've
God
talked
love
to
him.
him plenty of times, unbeknownst to me. And English is his second language, to be fair. So when he says things like Hamazat Chimayev, I'm like, but no,
Dude,
he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Dude, he sees a panel link. He can't.
He
help
just
it.
has to click it. It's like it's like crack to a crack addict. He's gotta just hop all over it. By the way, we got some good comments. Matua says Idaho and Rafuko should switch hair. My hair is much too thick to look like Captain Rafuko's. Hair roulette. All three of them should do a round robin of hair switching. Yeah.
Round robin. I think they mean Russian. A round
Ian
robin.
Fade God Parquet went 2-6 and lost 13.56. That's a very specific number. He's down
I
like
hate when people. Okay, I cannot stand when people talk in units. It's the lamest shit ever.
talking
How
units.
much fucking money? He's down 80 units. Is he down?
Listen. I've talked about my unit before.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
we're all
it-
guilty of that from time to
fair.
time. Nothing wrong with that.
guilty or yeah.
By the way, if anyone else wants to hop on the panel, there's the link.
So Matua brought up Tabitha Ricci.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but hold the phones here. All right, we got a whole fucking fight card to go through, Giuliano. You're not steering the ship. I am. This is my stream. By the way, do you guys want to see a funny clip? I got one queued up.
I'd love to.
It's on my phone, unfortunately.
I thought.
By the way, I took a couple shots of whiskey during the RDR.
Bro, you just threw the big dick down. You're steering the ship, and now you're telling me you're too drunk to have your shit queued up, and it's on your phone.
No, not at all. I'm just saying if I'm a little more eccentric than I usually am, because I'm usually like notoriously monotone and boring. Here's the clip. I'm gonna take you off screen really quick, and I'm gonna play this for the audience. Give me 1 second. Okay, here's the clip.
He's got it. Just take him down. There you go. What the fuck did you do that? Please.
What do you think of that clip?
God. Dude, I don't know if you could tell. I was leaning in. Dude, okay, so all right. Like this is just reality, right? Haunter comes into my stream, tells me, Gio, Hank's crashing out. So I didn't even intend on going live, right? So I went live like sporadically, like 3 different times.
Yeah.
Fucking later, second stream, Hank comes in. He's like, "Yo, I found Haunter's apology. He's been lying to all of us."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Yeah? Like, what's he been lying about?" And he's like, "He's been telling me he's picking the opposite of all, like, yeah." And I'm like, "How'd you find out?" He's like, "I just Googled Haunter's apology."
Expose.
Like, I'm like, "How do you know it's the real guy?" It's like, it might not be, but I'm pretty sure I just exposed it. Oh God, dude. It's
Sorry, I'm sorry to bring the Hank aspect to the show.
Yeah.
But that was too funny not to share. I just quickly scrolled. Idaho check Discord. I have a clip for you. Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
dude, fucking Thal I was talking to Thal.
What the fuck is that? Go ahead.
Yeah, Thal and like Thal and I were mesmerized because it's like, you know, Hank doesn't even bet, so it's like, you know, it's like it would be disgraceful and you know, pathetic if like somebody's crashing out about real money that they lost, but it's like, you know, I would get that. It's like, this is like fantasy football shit that he's like fucking losing his mind over.
It's deeper than that, Giuliano. You don't understand the work that man puts in and day out into his show and his podcast. Okay, all right, leave a man alone. By the way, you're his biggest inspiration. I thought he was under your wing. This is your boy. This is your responsibility. What's going on, man?
Bro, you created.
I created Hank the Tank. That is a fact. Let it be known.
It's like, I can't.
By the way, I think we have more breaking news. Breaking news, everyone. Breaking news. I created Hank the Tank. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry that I created this monster. Back to you.
It's okay, dude. And it's also okay that the audio is 12 seconds behind the graphic for your breaking news.
I have to play the breaking news video, and then I have to go scroll down and play the breaking news.
Dude, you got to get a guy for that, bro.
I do. Where I need a Jamie or a Hank or a
Thal.
A Thal, yeah, it's whoever. Producer. I'm putting in an official request to be the producer of this show. You will get paid absolutely nothing, and I have the right to yell at you when you get things wrong. Anyway, let's continue the show. By the way, I'm trying to get literally whoever wants to join in on the panel as well. There's the link. Yeah, so let's go to the co-main event. Oh, sorry, I actually have the first fight of the card up.
Dude, that fight,
sorry,
no one
wants. 1 second.
Oh, we're going backwards?
We're going upwards and onwards, buddy. We're moving on with our lives. Petr Yan took on Marcus McGee. This fight went exactly as I expected it to. It looked like the number 12 guy fighting the number 3 guy. Marcus McGee did good in the first round when Petr Yan downloaded the data, but I mean, Petr Yan kind of just cruised on him. I was a little disappointed in the third round when Petr Yan was kind of holding Marcus McGee, just kind of getting to the end of the fight. What did you think about this fight?
McGee looked good, dude. He looked good. I thought Yan probably was gonna finish him. Like, you know, Petr Yan fought like he fights, you know. And McGee, dude, McGee can crack, dude. He had that first round was way more than I expected. I mean, Petr Yan took over the fight, you know, for sure. But I would say McGee impressed me, definitely.
What was the most impressive thing about McGee in this fight?
I thought probably his takedown defense, definitely. His striking,
See, Jan hit that slick judo trip in the
Yeah.
third round, though. I love that shit, dude.
Dude, that third round, Jan styled on him for sure.
Fact.
But his takedown defense was solid though, dude. He was holding up like for over a minute, like facing the cage, just like not letting himself be taken down. You get what I'm saying. But
Esther Jackson says I had absolutely zero clue that RDR had absolutely zero hands.
see, that's not true. Actually.
Yeah, I think it's just so unconventional and sloppy
very,
and
very
slow
weird.
striker, but he's tricky. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of respect for RDR's game, and thank you, RDR, for making me $20.
Yeah. He those knees too to the body.
Oh, let's talk about that. I thought that he overused it and abused it.
I mean, I keep saying defensively responsible, but Whittaker did a good job of staying defensively responsible until he couldn't. And Whittaker, I'm saying Whittaker did. RDR broke him down, dude. I'm using I sound like a fucking asshole just saying words like using words like systematic and shit, but it's like it was systematic the way that he was able to strike to the body to the point where by the championship rounds, DeRitter didn't even have the gas to fully, defend, double leg shots and like the one that DeRitter threw in the fourth round towards the beginning. In the early rounds, he was, DeRitter was shooting almost every chance he had, and Whittaker was shaking them off and then striking. One thing DeRitter doesn't have is a guard that holds up. I think that's going to cost him, he fights somebody, even like Strickland, who's going to, just all jabs and forward pressure, he's going to have problems because he's not going to be able to stay at range.
And that's why I was kind of like pushing back against Rafuko when he was like, oh, Whittaker still got it. It's like, well, what does he have?
Yeah. I actually said that. I was like, yeah, he's got what?
What does he have, By the way, it's Lord Xenu hopping on the panel. I think this is, how are you doing?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, dude? Idaho, your audio's fucked.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Oh, no, it's good. What's up, dude?
I told you guys the future there. I called it. The Dutchman was going to win, bro.
You
Yeah, I
did ride with the Dutchman. I hate you so much, more than you could ever know, for
I was sad
talking
though,
about
man.
that. But hey, you know what? You were right in the end.
But I'm a huge Robert Whittaker fan as well. I thought that he did like a really good job. But I thought he was going to retire there if he won. I think he was going to retire.
I would have loved that so much. You have no idea. For me to never go through another anxiety-induced Robert Whittaker fight again,
right?
Would be awesome,
dude. Anxiety is the word. If you've picked Whittaker or you have, you're behind Whittaker in a fight, even the Paulo Costa fight, dude, I'm nervous through that
every time, fight. Man.
And then it's like somebody like Strickland marches Paulo Costa around. The one corrupt judge aside, and that gave.
I actually won some money on that by betting it would go to a split decision.
Did you really?
I was like, what the fuck? How?
Dude, you had 3 fights on that card, by the way. We're talking about 302, UFC 302, that went to split decision that shouldn't have. It was Kopolov versus Cesar Almeida, and then I think the first one was Mitch Raposo versus someone gave him a 29-28 against Andre Lima.
But we're talking about because again, Rafuko brought up the fact that Whittaker still has it. And I'm kind of pushing back against that a little bit. What do you think about that, Xenu?
I think Whittaker must get one more win and call it, bro. He's had such an epic career. I think that it's just time, man. After those teeth got broken, I was like, I think it's time. He gets one more win and calls it, man. He's already such a legend. Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
If he loses again, it's going to be a big problem because then he's going to go out on a loss. It's just going to be loss.
I guess I underestimated a little bit what little striking problem Whittaker or RDR would be for Whittaker, and I kind of overrated the grappling.
I just can't believe he got so many knees in. How the fuck did he get every knee he did? Like, got through. Like,
Well,
what
he
was
timed them all very well. I mean, I think he.
Yeah, you're right.
I
The
mean,
timing.
I think that DeRitter has a method of striking that's bizarre, and so not even an untrained eye, like you can watch a lot of MMA, and then you look at this dude landing these big shots, and it looks accidental.
Yeah.
But,
No, you're right. It's the timing. It looks slow, but because he's doing it at the perfect time, it just somehow makes a way in that gap that he leaves.
Yeah.
SS Jackson says Whittaker did well for this stage of his career. He just gassed. I think that's a great point. We can't expect Whittaker to be fucking the guy who knocked out Derek Brunson and Jacare back to back, But yeah, man, I think it's enough Whittaker talk. Let's talk about the featured fight on the card: Shara Bullet Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Shara Bullet ultimately gets the win, but it was an extremely tough fight for him against what I thought was supposed to be a layup.
Yeah, I think he's never been that good, Shara. The MVP fight was what it was. But I think
Who did you pick to win that fight?
Shara. I picked Shara because
What about you? New?
Yeah, Shara as well, but also same opinion as Giuliano, because he just is being given like cans and he's not doing much with these cans. Like after that double spinning
to win
backfist,
MVP or Shara Bullet is my question.
Say again, MVP or Shara Bullet?
Who did you pick to win that fight?
MVP.
What about you, Giuliano?
Yeah, no, this is like a historic bet because this is the bet that caused Lane to reveal herself ultimately.
That was No Chill, the big bet?
No.
Okay.
No. The thing with No Chill was bullshit, dude. No Chill lied about the That's a different story. MVP versus Shara. I picked Shara. I bet against Matua with the Lane.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, dude, for me, that was one of the easiest picks. I was like, dude, MVP is going to fucking school Shara Bullet. What is Shara Bullet going to do? Take him down?
Well, so the problem going into that fight, dude, one thing about Shara was that he seemed like he was undefeated, and though yes, he had fought cans like the Oleksiejczuk fight was the one I believe he was coming off of, where he was losing this fight, and then all of a sudden he figures out how to turn it up, and then it's one. He's got a kick heavy style. It's one strike away from him reversing everything and then pulling it out at the end. And I'm just like MVP, and MVP's not that good either.
Right, and that's why I was like, dude, MVP is gonna beat him. He schooled him, handled him, and ever since then I was like, yo, Shara, like obviously he is explosive, got that really sick knockout against Petrosian, but I'm like, dude, Shara Bullet ain't that good.
Yeah, that's
also let's talk about the fact that the guy's literally fucking blind in one eye, doesn't fight in the United States for what reason? I suspect it's because he won't pass on the commission.
He wouldn't get
but yeah, I fully agree with you that Shara Bullet's not that good. But you know what, man? He's fun. He got hurt in this fight. Oh, hey, what's up to the kitty? Yo, what's the kitty's name?
Suki.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. I mean, it's like, dude, like Shara Bullet's not going to be, like a top guy in the weight class. Let's just, call it how we see it. He's got too many deficiencies. Almost got beat by Marc-Andre Barriault. I mean, maybe that's going a little bit too far. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun fight. And you know what? Shara Bullet, he's a very fun fighter, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely is. He spins around a lot. He's pretty flashy, but he looks weird as fuck. So it's like, but he against Marc-Andre Barriault, it's like, I mean, and they gave him 30-27, which I thought was kind of bullshit. You expect some bias in the Middle East, right? I thought that around going to what's his name was a little bit biased. But yeah, no, I mean, I didn't think he won the first round at all. I thought Barriault was dictating that. He pulled it out in the end, but but yeah, dude, like, I mean, Barrio is like another one where it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's like against the guy who's coming off being blinded by Chris Weidman, like, yeah, like, you know, like,
Bruno Silva.
yeah, wasn't that who did he just got like Barrio's last fight? Wasn't that middleweight Bruno Silva? Not flyweight Bruno Silva, middleweight Bruno Silva. He's coming
Yeah,
out.
you're absolutely right. He knocked him out in the first round.
Yeah, he just hospitalized the dude. Yeah. And like that's a guy like, okay, yeah, he's gonna win this fight. He styled on him, and I'm like, okay, Barrio will beat like a can you put in front of him. Same thing with Shara. You know, you got two guys like that, and it's like, you know, it's like you figure one of them's gonna get the finish, but Barrio made it more competitive than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I mean, Shara's entertaining. He's definitely entertaining.
Hands down. Yeah, you can't take that away from him. Zenu, what did you think about this Shara Bullet, and I guess the future of Shara Bullet? What do you think is his future in the middleweight division?
I think they need to give him like a top 10 guy to just fully expose him correctly, you know, to show everybody what he actually is, because he's just a clip farmer, man. He just does like a cool move and then just farm money there online, bro.
Sure. That's a good point. I just don't think they're gonna do it. You know, I think that I think that Shara Bullet is like the main event of an LFA card type fighter, right? Like you bring him in for the region that he's fighting in, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? He gets the crowd hyped. He gets a sick highlight, whatever. But I think that ultimately, like, he's just not that guy. Ain't that guy, buddy?
Yeah, where they're fighting tonight, I mean, that just proved good points. Yeah,
100%.
He's not still ranked, is he?
No, neither of them were ranked heading into this fight. At least on the graphics, they didn't have a number next to their name.
He's maybe 15 now, but I don't.
No, he was for a minute. He was 15. But yeah, no, I don't yet.
The next fight on the card was Asu Amabaya versus Jose Ochoa. Not that great of a fight. I expected Ochoa to do better, but I am actually impressed with Asu Amabaya's grappling. He threw some cool spinny shit, but ultimately just kind of dominated the fight. There wasn't ever a time where I was like, oh shit, Ochoa hurt. He hurt him or whatever, you know. Like it was basically just all Asu Amabaya all the way through.
Is your cat Abyssinian?
Shit, bro's lagging out. Quick, talk about Asu Amabaya versus Jose Ochoa.
Yeah, all right. So Ochoa's armbar that he almost like locked up was, I mean, that was the only moment of that fight where and not because I picked Ochoa. That was the only moment of that fight where I was just like, oh shit, like something exciting off the script is maybe gonna happen.
All right, you're back. But yeah, I don't know, man. It wasn't that great of a fight, but I'm happy to see Asu Amabaya get a W in a fight that I kind of thought he would lose.
Yeah, I thought he would lose too. Dude, you're a striking fan, like as am I, probably more so than grappling. It's not. I mean, you know.
Except for you can't name me, 3 kickboxing promotions and 3 Muay Thai promotions.
Dude, I already said I've already done this. I already said fuck your challenge.
You're I can't hear you, Zenu, by the way. I think you're muted. But yeah.
No, what I mean by that though is that like, you know, a lot of Amabaya's game is gonna be grappling, and like only somebody like Manel Kopp is really gonna be able to fend that off with like a really elite striking.
Yeah, I mean, Jose Ochoa, how about his strength of schedule already though, right? Loner Kavanaugh, Asu Amabayev, and Cody Durden.
Loner Kavanaugh. Dude,
super
what happened
young
to
kid.
Where's Loner Kavanaugh been?
He has been trying to figure out if he's Chinese or British.
Right.
It's a tough one for him.
Same with Paradox, and then someone's like, Paradox, you're black. All right. I guess I'll come back to you too. He'll be out of retirement.
Matt, what do you? I'm gonna. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah, dude, I'm happy to see you. Shout out to Cape Town.
Yeah,
you have a good rest of your day, evening. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but take good care of the kitty.
But it's Saturday, so.
Hell yeah. Sounds good, brother. Hang loose. What did you think about? Obviously, you said that Guskov getting a knockout over Krylov
Bro,
was like
that
your
was
favorite
come on,
moment of the card.
that was sick, dude. That was sick. So like Krylov used to be a fucking terror, bro. And then a lot of inactivity. I guess he had to go. I mean, he had to go to war, which I mean, what you gotta do, right? But like, and then he came back and Dominic Reyes fucking finished him in the first round in a fight that a lot of people thought Krylov would win.
Yeah, I think I was one of them.
Yeah. No, that was one of those ones where fuck you, Thal. That was that was one of those ones where like he that's like a more Dominic Reyes' back than anything else. But like Guskov's very good, dude. I've been saying that since he fought.
We got Sean Nurmagomedov, which I know exactly who this is. This is the homie Andrew A. What's going on, dude?
Yo, what's up, man?
Dude, good to talk to you. How you doing? This is the homie Andrew A.
Am I echoing?
Yeah, you
I
are.
can actually hear my
Okay,
audio.
let me mute this.
What's up?
Oh, not shit. Just watching the end of this NASCAR race and
Oh yeah,
shooting the
got
shit with
money on
y'all.
it.
I did not get my money in time. They're fucking. They have some rain happening like sporadically that might cancel the race. It would have been fucking easy money.
You a NASCAR guy? I didn't take you as a NASCAR guy.
I like open wheel like IndyCar and F1 more, but
Okay.
NASCAR is all right. It's just I think this version of NASCAR for this era is probably the worst it's ever been. It's fucking garbage racing.
So a UFC fan and a NASCAR fan, that's not a good look for you.
I know, and I'm like
Was he
not
politics
a
fan?
redneck one bit, but then my mom's side of the family is like so fucking redneck. It's crazy.
Cool. All right, man. Well, we were just talking about Krylov getting knocked out by Guskov, but I guess do you have any thoughts, like in general, about the card, main event?
So I wanted to talk about the RDR Rob thing and the knees. So like a lot of people, I think like us probably more than a lot of fans, a lot of them don't watch one, so they've never seen RDR really actually fight.
Sure.
And
Yeah, true.
so he has that weird style. Like, you know how Strickland works off the teep and the jab? Instead of doing a teep, what's a teep? If you don't extend your leg, it's a fucking knee.
Right.
So what he does is he presses forward so hard that if you don't parry his jab, you're going to slip it. And if you slip it, you're going to slip into his fucking knee. Because it's open stance, almost always for him.
Sure.
Like, he likes fighting open stance. And I've noticed people don't match his stance. They don't. I forgot what fight we saw last week that happened for like 2 minutes where they would just switch stances and not allow it to be open. And that's so hard to close that distance, because that knee, for somebody that lanky, he's going to be able to close that distance from so far. Like,
Sure.
all you have to do is get outside foot position. Anybody knows boxing knows that's going to be easy.
Yeah.
And then you throw the knee, and then
Sure.
he's into the clinch, and we know he's good there.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I mean, I also feel like Whittaker was probably one of RDR's smaller opponents.
I would agree with that. When you look at, like, the dude fought Malakin twice.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 2 different divisions, and by the way, that's a very accurate breakdown of Derrida striking. And yeah, I mean, and you're absolutely right, and it's very deceptive to a lot of people who don't really know what they're looking at. It looks, like I was saying before, it looks accidental the way that Derrida lands a lot of the time with those knees.
Right. No, like, I mean, I've straight up seen like those exchanges from fucking white belts at Bang Muay Thai, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, doesn't look good, but it's effective.
But it's very effective. Yeah.
Right.
And also, if you've ever seen RDR in a clinch, like, in like a standing clinch, not against the cage, which if you've watched one, there's plenty of fights like that. He does a really good job of, use because he does have a decent reach. He's good. He's very good at at leaving somebody at range for knees as well.
Kind of like a hand fight, but with the knees.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. He
He's Muay
seems
Thai
really
player.
strong too for the size. Like
Sure.
that first clinch, remember? That first clinch, it wasn't even a real clinch. It was like this awkward, like he had his arm
Yeah, in the
trapped.
center of the cage. You're talking.
Yeah, and he
Yep.
just held on to him so easily. It's like we haven't seen somebody do that to Rob.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's very hard to prepare for. And
I
I
mean,
think he works a lot better.
That's me going like, well, what? God damn it, dude! Like Rob's getting beat every which way now. Like knocked out, fucking decisionated in the clinch, fucking choked out, but obviously teeth broken by fucking Hamzat. I'm just like, fuck, man, dude.
Well, he was on a streak for a minute though, dude. He got that uppercut against the guy who should never have been fighting him, Liskarov.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he beat Paulo Costa like fucking
Barely.
right. Yeah,
I don't know if he would have beat this version of Costa we just saw.
I know,
Bro,
right? Oh my god,
bro,
damn it, dude, I'm so fucking bummed.
Bro, I'm so like I'm not a dumbass. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is corruption. But dude, Kopylov just didn't fucking. It was almost like the one proven corrupt fight where Prachnio fought William Knight, where they figured out that William Knight's like brother-in-law, he had
a
told
bunch of
him
money
to
on
bet
him.
him by decision. It really looked like that. Like Kopylov looked like he was throwing that fight. Yeah, I mean, Costa's entire torso was open to fucking the exact kicks that Kopylov threw to break Curtis's guard.
Right. That's what's crazy. And we know Costa's not gonna go for like catch the kick and take him down. He doesn't fight smart.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't fight smart. Costa's a very orthodox kind of he's part of that old guard of like Vittori, Costa, and Whittaker's kind of swinging on the fence there too, where doesn't necessarily adapt well.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like the Vanderlei era where it's like he could fight a different way and it would work, but like he just doesn't want to. And I'm not saying Costa gets into wars because he doesn't anymore, but I mean,
No, the last war he had was Whittaker, probably.
right.
That was Vittori.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But even so, yeah, you're right. He doesn't like go for it like the Yoel Romero fight. And again, I think that's due to Izzy just breaking his brain and fucking knocking him out, clowning him. I just think he's hasn't had the same game ever since.
Breaking his jaw. Fucking Dreykus.
Well, I'm talking about Paulo, but
Paulo, yeah.
Well, I mean, shit
he was-
though. Like, remember the second Rob and Izzy fight? Like,
Yeah.
fucking A. Rob fought so good in a rematch. Ultimately lost for being too careful, in my opinion.
He's like I keep saying defensively responsible, which he really is, and like,
yes, but he has to be.
yeah,
And I feel like that's the problem.
Yeah, he's that more than anything. I think like
Yes, exactly.
his best moments in this fight were off the back like that right overhand that put DeRitter on the ground. That was fighting DeRitter off of him with his back to the cage.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah, did you want to stay on for the rest of the card breakdown, or would you...
Sure. I'll kick
right,
it
so-
as long
solid.
as I'm not, talking over anybody or anything.
Nah,
I
dude.
wanted to say something about McGee and Jan
Yes,
because we're on Ochoa Almbayev, right?
we're talking Guskov and Krylov now.
Oh, okay, so we're beyond that. All right, I'll just say what I want to say on McGee real quick. The dude has to fucking skate out for his fights. That's fucking dude. That's like your thing. Like a kickflip walkout would be fucking sick.
dude, he was jamming to his own walkout music.
Is that his own music?
No, it's not his own music, but it's like he was, he like.
Oh,
like,
okay, got it.
they're
Yeah.
putting the
No, I
fucking-
mean,
they're
well,
putting the shit on
a
his
couple
ass.
things we know about the UFC is they hate fun, and also like not to sound like this guy.
Not to sound like
Imagine he fucking goes for a kickflip and just lands a primo and rolls his fucking ankle and he can't.
Well,
fucking
At least
continue.
they'd be doing something versus like fucking Chris Barnett who did
Yeah,
his
I was
shit
just gonna say
jumping.
Chris Barnett.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, dude
Sure.
did a high legged squat jump and
He jumped. Okay,
blew his shit.
we gotta do justice to this. Chris
And
Barnett
didn't we have that happen back
up
to
and
back?
down.
Yeah, Brian Ortega was either
Yeah,
later in
yeah.
the card or the next card or something like that. Very
Yeah,
close
yeah.
to it.
Dude,
Yeah.
Chris Barnett, I stand by this now that Voltaire Walker just beat Kennedy. I stand by the fact that Chris Barnett would have won that fight.
Chris Barnett. Do you guys know what happened to Chris Barnett?
Well, to be fair, his fucking ACL was already torn, so you know,
And
just
not only that, his
let him
wife
torque it.
his wife had some sort of medical issue and actually had passed away just before that fight.
Oh wow,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
that's heavy. That's crazy that he even like went in.
Facts.
that.
But he actually has a fight booked pretty soon.
Yeah, I heard that during Isha's stream.
Dude,
Um,
I'm always rooting for Chris Barnett, bro.
No, Chris Barnett's fucking awesome.
5'9" heavyweight.
He just kind of sucks.
Nah, but his wins are so fun, dude. He's got.
That's so true. Yeah. when
He's
he
like
does
two.
good,
He's
he
what?
does
He's
nothing.
2
It's
and
very
3
fun.
in the UFC. I think one of his wins is Jared Vanderaa, if I'm not mistaken. Jared Vanderaa, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. With the dude, it's like there's so few Taekwondo fighters that are worth shit. Robelis de Spain was like a childhood hero of mine, and he disappointed the fucking shit out of me. Like, I mean, he'll knock Sam Alvey out in karate combat, and it won't count towards his MMA record. But, you know.
God damn it. All right. So yeah, Krylov, Guskov. I think Krylov's chinny and just kind of done at this weight class. Like I don't know, man. And again, like I said during my fight companion, like I wasn't there for Krylov's like run, like where he was considered like top of the division, or at least like top 10 fighter. So I guess from a fan that didn't watch like his peak, do I sound crazy in saying that?
I mean, I'm on Tapology and looking through his wins, and like if you start from his UFC, he loses to Jan by sub, beats OSP by sub, loses to Glover by split, Johnny Walker UD, Ankalaev UD, lost, gets triangled by Paul Craig, fucking KOs Gus,
Yeah,
beats
I remember that fight.
Volkan when Volkan was like good.
Yeah,
And he's still good, don't get me
not
wrong.
bad. Volkan's not bad now, dude. He almost beat Olberg.
No, I mean this is in 2022, so this is like just off of prime Vulcan. I feel like triangles Ryan Spann, and then like you said, I think the chin has gotten to him because even in those wins, if you like go back and watch him, he got cracked a lot.
He did get cracked. His guard was never really good. He used to he would strike with a lot of power and shoot, and he'd do the classic like he'd leave his chin open. But dude, the inactivity I feel like played like a big part, and he wasn't exceptionally prepared for the Reyes fight, and now it's just like you get your jaw tested one too many times, and then it's like and then you're Johnny Walker,
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not like he's got the explosivity of Walker to where we're like, oh, he's got a puncher's chance,
And for a dude that's so dangerous in the submission game, you've lost by sub 6 times? That's fucking wild. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, so you just
does he
read
just get
off his-
subbed in jiu-jitsu all the time?
You just read off his UFC record, and again, I only started watching the sport in 2019. What's up with people loving Nikita Krylov and thinking he's like a really good fighter then?
I honestly don't see it. I think that people have rose-colored glasses about like kind of his first stint, because I only went over his second stint. Because I mean, if you get cut and you come back, it's kind of silly to mention your first UFC career, in my opinion.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's essentially irrelevant, right?
Sure.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know if it's totally irrelevant, but you are correct
Right.
in calling it almost like two different stints, given like 3 years of inactivity between Dominic Reyes and his prior fight. That makes sense.
Regs asks, Bigfoot versus Loch Ness Monster in a boxing match.
Oh shit.
Well, the Loch
Well,
Ness Monster
Loch-
doesn't have arms.
The Loch Ness Monster
Right,
is a
but I mean,
he's a plesiosaur. He has little flippers, bro. How did
Okay,
I-
okay.
right, and don't you think he would use his neck like a giraffe?
That would be illegal under boxing rules.
Yeah, no.
I feel like if
I-
we're,
I think he
well,
meant-
how's he gonna wear gloves?
Yeah, exactly. He's got flippers, dude. He can't
Sure,
strike.
sure. I mean,
There's no
the
grappling.
real question.
So maybe it's
is-
in power slap.
power slap. I'm picking the Loch Ness Monster all day. The leverage can generate with the tail.
Yeah, but even still, dude, he
can't.
has no reach. He has no reach and no power, dude.
Yeah, but he would have to be able to use his tail in that scenario.
Oh,
Also-
word.
Also, a flipper can generate a lot of power. Let's not forget.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
going one like a door, dude, going
Mhm.
one way. There's no
Like a door, much like a
movement.
door.
There's no overhand.
What was I gonna say?
Bigfoot.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that. I would actually like to see that maybe co-main event UFC 321 under Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn.
UFC
Um,
497. Piotr Jan.
No, how about UFC Tree Fitty?
Interesting.
Loch Ness Monster. He needs about Tree Fitty. South Park fans will get that.
Ryan Garcia with Bryce Mitchell in his corner. Dude, no one remembers that when Ryan Garcia begged Dana White to fucking let him fight in the UFC, and then Bryce Mitchell did this really gracious like promo where he's like, "I'll teach you how to grapple. Come down to the ring."
That is a great transition to talking about Bryce Mitchell versus Saeed.
Yeah, and fuck you,
yeah.
Sal. Fucking barely won.
I
Barely
thought
won
Bryce
the
Mitchell would
fight.
win this fight easy. I thought it was even weird that people were picking, like hammering Saeed Nurmagomedov. But as the fight played out, it was very clear to me that Bryce Mitchell is not very good in the striking. Saeed Nurmagomedov is pretty good in the striking. I wouldn't say he's like super high level, but got good kicks, got straight shots, puts a good pace on. I thought that Saeed Nurmagomedov won this fight. The grappling exchanges were all super interesting to me. I like the reversals Saeed was hitting. He locked up some sub attempts. I'm really surprised that he even won because I felt like all Bryce Mitchell did in the second and third round was control time. I didn't even think he landed any damage. What do you guys think?
I mean, I personally thought there was like, I forget whether it was the second or the third. I think it was the third. That was the third, when he had the arm up, the elbow up in the arm triangle.
Mhm.
I was like, he could totally pass this, like pass guard here. Like we've seen Bryce's ability to pass guard and stuff like that's really good. And he just kept hanging out in opposite half guard and didn't even like try. And he just kind of laid there with the grit. And I feel like that was, a big stall. But the dude literally, when I'm looking at the stats right now in UFC stats, the third round significant strikes, Bryce is 0 for 1 and Saeed's 2 for 2.
Sure.
And
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
could argue not enough happened in the second and third round to like, and that's why I wasn't like mad.
There was a reversal.
I
There
just
was
thought
a reversal in the third round where
Yep.
Saeed purposely tried to take Bryce, basically he tried to go for what, in his imagination would have been a rear naked choke from underneath. And he pulls Bryce back, allowing Bryce to convert into top control. And that moment, if he had stayed on top, if Saeed had stayed on top, he would have won the fight. Like that.
100%.
what do you guys think about Bryce Mitchell's prospects at 135?
I think, dude, it's like, this is the thing, dude. He's following Jose Aldo right over the edge, and he's not even as good. Like, it's never the move to go down a weight class. Like Figueiredo, granted, Figueiredo could only have gone so far, but he went up after a back and forth with Brandon Moreno at flyweight. He goes up and he's like 36 years old, and he glides into the top 5, right? You try to do the opposite. You're getting into your 30s. You're putting yourself through a more difficult weight cut than you already go through. And like Bryce Mitchell in particular, dude, like I was saying how Whittaker was defensively responsible. Mitchell's always been the opposite. He always leaves himself open. He's never got the advantage on the feet unless he's you give him a layup like Crone Gracie.
Yeah. And I said heading into the fight that I think Said Nurmagomedov is like a better version of Crone Gracie. I think that's just a terrible all-time bad take for me. Crone Gracie sucks. Said Nurmagomedov is actually a skilled MMA fighter.
Said.
Yeah. What do you think about Bryce Mitchell's prospects at 135, Andrew?
I'm looking through the ratings on Tapology, and I just don't see it. Like, you move down to try and be a champ, obviously, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think he moved down because it's like that Gene Silva loss. He's like, fuck. Like,
which is crazy.
I kind of agree with that because I almost feel like Bryce just feels like he's just going to have better chances in fights, not necessarily to be champ, but I just feel like he just feels a little outmatched with the power and the size. I don't know. Maybe I'm off.
I mean, power. I mean, dude, it's like, Gene Silva's a contender,
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, you will get stepped over, and it's like, what do you do if you're Bryce Mitchell? It's a hard spot to be in. I think panicking and going down a weight class, it's like, but what does he do? Does he go up? No, it's like you fucking stay in your weight class. You fucking train harder. Like, that's pretty much all you can do. It's not an enviable spot to be in, but
I think Bryce Mitchell has never fought with ridiculous pace, and I feel like he kind of eked out a win here, and I'm going to fade the fuck out of Bryce Mitchell in his next fight at bantamweight.
I think it depends on who he gets, because looking through it, the wrestling difference at the top of those divisions is pretty big. We got Volk, Evloev, Allen, Lopez, Lerone Murphy, who, he's not a wrestler, but he stuffs everything.
Yeah, Lerone Murphy stuffs everything. He's fighting
Aljo,
yeah.
City. And then you're finally down to Gene Silva, who he got subbed by. It's like, well, you're probably not going to out-wrestle those guys. And we know that's your route.
It's a good point.
But he's got Marab, and I think he could out-wrestle Umar maybe.
I don't think
But
so.
I think the striking Umar has is so much better that,
you
will catch up to him.
Exactly. Yeah, you put Mitchell against Umar or even Sand. I mean, dude, look at
even Song.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like
Davison.
That'd be a sick fight.
Lope Dog. Can he beat Lope Dog even?
Hell no.
No, that's my boy, dude. I've been talking about.
What I mean?
I think we got to start at Ricky Simone for Bryce Mitchell. You know what I'm saying?
And
how about
Simone,
Rob
dude,
Font?
and fucking Vinicius. I had him beating Simone after he killed that Albanian, and fucking, and he's not disappointed me. And that dude, he made Ricky Simone look terrible, and then Simone came back and took the O off of Basharat, looking good. I think Ricky Simone pushes a pace on Mitchell, and I mean, to the point where Mitchell is panic shooting, and that's one thing he does do. Is he'll he panic shoots and then he gets worked on the feet.
So yeah, I don't like Bryce Mitchell's prospects at bantamweight. I don't think anybody does. Kind of a confusing move.
Such a fan.
I don't like them, but they're better than 145.
Sure, I think that's a good point.
I see. I don't even know if that's true. If we're talking about how far in the rankings he could climb,
The wall literally is at the same spot in both of them.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
I think he gets pieced up on his feet in 35, and then he gets out wrestled at 45.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Muslim Salikov getting a 42-second knockout over.
Bro, you have to give it to him, dude.
Fucking A, man. I mean, what do you even say? Muslim Salikov, 41?
I thought
knocks out a guy who he was a huge underdog to, not with the spinning kick like we all thought it would come by, but with just a clean, picture-perfect right hand as Carlos Leal got a little sloppy entering.
Yep.
One thing about Leal that I've noticed is it's he's a guy. I mean, he beat up Alex Morono, dude. That dude looks like he's melting physically.
Yeah, that's true. I fucking can't
Progressively.
stand Alex Morono anymore. He's one of the most
Yeah,
boring fighters.
he's like hideously. He's one of the most aesthetically unpleasing fighters to look at. and yeah,
Fighting in molasses.
he looks consistently worse with every fight. So it's like, of course, Leal's gonna fucking finish him in one round. Leal's like a poor man's Joe Piper in the way that he. Yeah, seriously, it's like he's got.
I have a lot of respect for Carlos Leal, and I like the pace that he's able to put on people. I honestly just think he got caught. Like, I don't think it's that deep.
Well, I mean, you say it's not that deep, but like, I mean, it's not that deep. He doesn't have particularly good lateral movement. He's not really defensively sound. He's just big. He's just big power shots. That's all.
Sure.
Like, I mean, God help him if his grappling's ever tested. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure. I got a lot of respect for Leal. I think he's a very fun fighter. I think he's way more skilled than fucking Joe Piper, who only has a right hand. At least Leal can fucking throw a left hand, and you know what I'm saying? Like, get in the pocket.
He can, but he's got his
changes.
He leaves himself so open, dude. Like,
Right, but he also normally is not chinny. Like I wouldn't say chinny because he got cracked so hard and clean. And it's by Salikov, who I was telling Curtis Clark in Isha's chat. I don't know what he was saying, but I was like replying back to like, how could Salikov even do anything here? It's like Power's. Oh, he said he was 41. I'm like, Power's the last thing to go, man. Like, these are 4-ounce gloves, and he's a karate specialist, or a kung fu specialist. Like,
that's a good point.
Get specific, it's Wushu Sanda. No, split.
He's like he's one of those guys. It's like you can't even really compare him to Jim Miller. He's got like he's one of those guys where it's like as certain things fade, his fight IQ increases just by way of experience, and there's like this purgatory period where one makes up for the other. So he's a guy that's like time almost stands still, and you can see him making a decision like, okay, this guy's open right here, right now. I put a lot of power on this shot, I got him. Or I put less power on this shot, I get him over here, I move out this way,
Right, it's that point fighting style that's like it's so hard to beat. It's part of why we saw Wonder Boy just win too. Mm-hmm. How do you beat somebody that's not there?
Well, Wonder Boy just lost to Bonfim.
Oh yeah, that was a split loss, wasn't it?
It was close enough, though. Yeah, I do.
It was close. I don't think Bonfim's a guy that I don't think is that good. I think
me neither.
Oh yeah, he lost. That was that controversial decision. Now I'm remembering.
Yeah, some people had
smoke a lot of weed, guys.
Wonder Boy had lost. That's right. Or that he had won. Salikov aging like fine wine. I think every time he goes up the rankings, though, and doesn't get like a prospect or like a old guy like him, he fucking loses bad. So I don't know. I love Muslim Salikov. I fade him a lot, but I have a lot of respect for his game.
The call out's perfect there, by the way, with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson being the next matchup. It's like
that is a good call out.
That is perfect.
Yeah, but hold on, though.
40-year-old point fighters.
Hold on.
They'll knock each other out.
Remember, everyone was saying MVP versus Wonderboy was the fight they want to see.
That's stupid.
I would like to see it, but again, all three of us know that fight would suck ass.
Of course it would, because it'd be all feints and you
counter striking. I feel like that's the same thing. That fight.
I think it's a little less with Salikov.
Dude, Salikov's crafty, dude. Salikov will grab Wonderboy's leg. He'll figure some weird shit out.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like that's MVP versus Wonderboy territory. Maybe a little bit better because the style is a little bit different. I think Salikov has a little bit of judo.
I want to see MVP's fucking face get spiked.
Fuck it. Put all three of them in the cage at once.
Yeah, dude.
There's an interesting prospect. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, let's do it, bro.
I'm so down. Speaking of old fighters kind of aging like fine wine, Davey Grant gets it done over Damone Blackshear. First round, obviously, Davey Grant in trouble, loses that one. Second and third, fucking pieces up Damone Blackshear, able to avoid the takedown. Fucking Davy Grant, dude. How could you not fucking just love Davy Grant? I faded him in this fight, but I said, hey, Davy Grant could fucking win this fight, dude. It all depends on if Damone Blackshear can take him down, because I thought Damone Blackshear in his recent fights has kind of just been like, hey, I got some power, I can strike with dudes, and he's been working on his hands, which have improved. But I was like, dude, you don't want to do that against Davy Grant because of the pace he's able to put. And I feel like Damone Blackshear kind of didn't even try to put a pace on, or he didn't even try to really strike with Davy Grant, because I don't know why. Did he freeze up, or did Davy Grant just put a hell of a pace on him? I didn't even think that Davy Grant was putting on that much of a pace.
Well, Davy Grant's one of those guys where, you know, you see him go to split decision a lot of the time because
Sure.
he's got a lot of tenacity, but he can be, he can be stalled into losing fights, like against Daniel Marcos, for example. By split decision, which is a fight that, like, if you're scoring damage, he won, right? He cracks really hard. He's got a lot of power. Like Sean was saying, power is the last thing to go. And
that's Andrew A, dog. Come on, you obviously don't know.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, man.
Sean,
Just fucking around.
I'm just looking at his name, Sean Nurmagomedov or whatever. Nurmagomedov.
He has a different character every other week, I swear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you used to be Nurma Guerrera?
No, I don't think so. I was Durandamy's dad.
That's funny.
Verna Jandarova's dad.
Yeah. And then what else? What other one did I have that was really good? I was Oster Ryan for a long time.
Oh yeah, Oster Ryan. That's right.
That's fun.
Sorry, go ahead though. You're talking about Davy Grant.
Yeah. I was just saying that Davy Grant, like,
Power's the last thing to go.
Also, Damone Blackshear, dude, is like, I mean, he's all like, he's all rest on the feet. He's all right, but like against a guy like Davy Grant, it's like, he was, dude, everything he threw was getting answered with combinations, and like, Davy Grant's he's not knocking him out, but he was, he was working him in the second and third, dude, like. And defending takedowns, and Damone Blackshear is shooting the same fucking, he kept trying to grab the leg, and then he starts panic shooting double legs. He's a guy where it's like,
by the way, they had this fuck speak at the post-fight press conference. What the fuck is this guy's name again?
I don't know. I've seen him before sucking somebody off.
Stupid Dana White not going to this event. What a dickhead.
He's probably like it's probably like when Hunter S. Thompson got too fucked up and missed Rumble in the jungle. He was like,
yeah, that's an all-time. I didn't even know about that. That's an all-time miss.
Yeah,
missed Rumble in the jungle. How would Cosell?
Yeah, well, you don't do drugs, dude. You don't understand. He was fucking.
And those were old drugs too. Like, they're probably on Quaaludes and shit.
Yeah, bro, it was on absinthe and shit. Yeah,
right.
Absinthe, my ass. He was on fucking mescaline and PTP and
right.
The newest drug craze, mescaline.
Dick sucked by
mescaline cold drops. Give them to your children. Like, yeah.
Dude, you see a video of Joe Rogan reading his like regimen for when he like retired to Colorado.
I have seen that. Look, I think Hunter S. Thompson's fucking lame as fuck. I don't give a shit about.
So my thing with Hunter S. Thompson is, by the time he wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, he was like, it was past it and it was corny. Like the Hell's Angels book is legit. It's very legit. But yeah,
Juliana to bring up the obscure Hunter S. Thompson book that he thinks is better.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying his most popular shit is actually his worst and lamest. Like, I would say, one of those. But anyway, all right. So, you said, how did we get here? Dana White didn't go to the event. Oh yeah, he sent that fucking shill to.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
John Everyman. Andrew A., what do you think about Davy Grant's performance?
I honestly think more so Damone's performance here. In Isha's chat, I was like, Damone and Terrence McKinney are the same fighters. They like either have really good performance or a really bad performance. There's no in betweens.
It's like saying Kevin Holland and Terrence McKinney are the same fighter.
Dude,
Right, but they both fail from the same thing. I feel like where they mentally aren't tough, if you will. They're all fighters, so they're tough.
They're
But
glass cannons. They're glass cannons. But
yeah,
I would say,
that's a good.
I
way
would
to
say
put it.
Damon Blackshear is the least glass cannon out of all of them, personally.
100%. But
Yeah.
when you're talking, like you said, he didn't get a takedown after the first,
Mhm.
and then shoots one more in the second, shoots 3 in the third, and doesn't get any of them. And then I noticed this when I was like doing my prep on the fight. I was like, Damon can win this through grappling, or if he like just cracks him early.
Mhm.
But I think of Davy Grant like a poor man's Jan. He downloads the data and gets better and better.
Hmm.
And he works that pace. And when you look at the fight profiles for Damon, that guy gets hit 4.15 times per minute. And he strikes at 4.7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Davey is out here striking at 5.2, so higher than what he gets hit at
Yeah.
for Damon. And he gets hit less than Damon by a whole strike.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that I was like, the math on that's just going to go bad for 2 and 3.
Yeah,
And that's literally how I live bet it that way. I had Damon pre-fight in a parlay. It was the last leg for a prelim parlay.
I had
And then-
the automatic live bets, set. It was, it was basically, it was, I had Grant by decision if it went past the second round.
So,
Exactly.
So you're saying it's what Damon Blackshear didn't do, or his deficiencies came out more than Davy Grant having a great performance?
It was a classic Davy Grant performance that Damon walked himself clean into because he couldn't secure a second takedown. And then when he couldn't secure that second takedown, because once he got it, he was going to keep the position, I think, unless it was like one of those kind of half-ass takedowns. You know what I mean? Where you're like maybe up against the cage on a knee kind of thing.
So the last couple fights on the card, we'll break them down quickly, and then I got to get out of here. Obviously, Ibo Aslan versus Billy Elikana, super super boring. I think it's a case of Ibo Aslan having a tough fight in his last fight, and then just like not doing shit in this fight. But I know that Giuliano is really hyped on Tabitha Ricci getting a KO against Amanda Hebos. Is that
Bro,
true?
those elbows were fierce.
And I know why he is. Apparently made some good coin off of that. Talk to me about that real quick.
So, I mean, if you remember the first card of the year, Rivas got finished by Mackenzie Dern.
I said really quick, you're going back to the first card of the year already? Goddamn.
I'm saying, like, a lot of people just don't, I mean, people treat WMMA like it's fucking WNBA or like it's a different sport. And like they don't really know what they're watching, and
I've long since said that MMA is the best sport for women, and that you could have two people competing in the same thing on the same night, and it'd be just as entertaining from the men and women's side. And maybe that's true for combat sports as a whole, but I think MMA is the more consistent on that front.
Yeah, and I was talking to Isha about this actually. It's like, people who, fade like women in combat sports, like, it's like, if you watch enough Muay Thai, like, there's, so, all right, so I went back and looked actually, like a little while ago, and it's like I have a better pick percentage than like pretty much anybody on just WMMA fights.
Interesting.
Which is like, because it's like I'll treat it like any other fight where it's like I'll watch tape and do research and shit, and it's like
Giuliano does not see gender.
well, I'm not a feminist or anything. But that being said, no, dude, it's just I know which bitch is gonna fucking It's
Oh
like,
shit! Okay,
but
misogyny.
then you're,
No, I
Yeah.
think the lines are off more in women's MMA too, man.
that's okay. So if so as a professional gambler, I will definitely I have this to say
Right, me
about
and you both. Like that's what we do.
Are you fill out a W2-G and all that shit?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Bet. Okay, so
Gio
yeah.
was a little challenged
then
by that. You could tell. He's like, "Oh, really?"
No. I'm not challenged. It's just that so many people claim. So many. Yeah. I know you're being a fucking dickhead, but so many people claim that, Andrew. Like so many people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm a professional gamer." There's guys with whole YouTube channels that are frauds, like Luke.
Right. They're just pickers, and they fucking make money off Discord.
Yeah, exactly. And Telegram.
You actually told me about that, Andrew Ake. Who was it that you told me? Was it Ian Parker? That you told me that somebody in the space like shits the bed on picks consistently, but he makes you pay to get into his Discord.
Yeah, anyone with a paywalled site.
I'm pretty sure you told me that, Andrew.
I don't know if that was me or somebody else, but I mean, it's a pretty common practice, sadly. Like,
yeah, it's
like that shit used to happen at horse racing, where they'd sell you a fucking pick sheet.
Dude, people see, there is a thing though where it's like your style of betting. It's like you might do shit on picks, but like your betting style is such that like
that's me
making money. Yeah, that's me too. A lot of the time, like this card, for example. But
I'm usually negative in my record.
Word. Yeah, but like but anyway, like yeah. Like,
hold on, we have Matua's representative trying to join the panel. I can't imagine who that's going to be. But quickly, just tell me your reaction to Tabitha Ricci getting a KO over Amanda Hebus.
I mean, I kind of was shocked that she went that heavy into it, but I think she realized, and she was listening to her corner really well, it seemed, and landed those elbows and stuck with it instead of switching to a sub. And we've seen that's how you get to a third round and end up in a decision that you might lose. And she stuck with it, and I was kind of shocked.
We talked about Yaya versus Steven Wynn, or I was going to talk about Yaya versus Steven Wynn. Most knockdowns in an MMA fight. Yaya's fucking eye reminded me of Joanna's forehead.
Dude,
that was a fun fight.
I thought that was going to pop.
Yeah, right? It's like a balloon. I did. So my power went out, and I wasn't able. I only watched the third round of Buchecha versus Boudet, but somebody break that fight down for me, because again, I only watched the third round. And Buchecha looked totally gassed, and I said that would probably be the thing that would lose him this fight was his gas tank.
So from my memory of the fight, we had a first round that was kind of boring, typical heavyweight thing going on. And then in the second round, Buchecha got his takedown in a good spot this time where he could actually like hold the control. Because it seemed like for somebody that's supposed to be such a hot shit grappler, like, why can't you keep your control?
So he did get some takedowns?
Yeah. In the second round, he landed a takedown and held it for most of the round. And I thought he won that round because of that. But I think that when you look back at it, he shoots ugly naked takedowns, and it's so crazy to me because it's just not hard to pick that up.
Sure.
In my mind, like 1-2, cross hook to a leg, anything like that.
Matua's representative of audio control. You were on the panel. You are muted though. What's going on?
Yes, hello. Good evening, gentlemen. I just came on here as a representative from Matua's audio control, and to check that Mr. Argenti's mic is working properly.
Oh, okay. This is Dr. Pinar.
And we're not talking about women's MMA anymore?
This is Dr. Pinar.
Is this?
It is. You have exposed me.
I knew it.
Oh, it's good, Leandro.
I saw you on someone's panel, and wait, is it Leandro? It's totally Leandro.
No.
Wow.
No, I'm Dr. Pinar, man.
Yo, you just got Trojan horse like fucking Gummy Gang. I know.
It's Dr. Pinar, see?
No, it's
I
not.
see you, urology.
It's not the urology.
Hey, but can we just go back to women's MMA real quick?
Sure. Go ahead. What do you
Yeah, there's just one thing that I really liked about today's fight, and that is
good shit. Good shit. I think that's a good spot to end the panel and the show. Do you guys have anything else you want to say before I wrap this shit up?
Yeah, that guy. Well, really quick, that guy that Dana White sent in. Speaking of Dr. PNR, that guy has a urologist's energy.
He totally does.
I bet you that guy can get you to pass your drug tests no problem when USADA comes knocking.
Right.
I'm looking for Abu Dhabi bonuses here.
Yeah, you got to give one to Gooskov, right?
Fight of the night.
Before you do that, let's make guesses, Giuliano.
All right.
Okay, because I've seen it now. So go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna say performance bonuses.
Hold on. Performance bonuses. Ricci,
Ricci.
Gustav, and I want to say Steven Wynn.
Nah, I think they'll only give two performance of the nights. Probably Gustav and Ricci, and then
Yeah, I'll say Ricci for sure.
fight of the night they're gonna give the main event. I bet.
And maybe fight of the night goes to Shara and Andre Barrio.
All right, so you are correct. We only got 2 performance bonuses, which I think's kind of weak for such a good card. I think that this was like a 8 for a card, and 2 back-to-back good UFC cards, by the way.
Yeah,
but
She's been on a
Steven
roll.
Wynn and Muslim Salikov for performance.
Oh yeah, I forgot Salikov. Yeah, okay.
Which I don't know about. I have a hard time with performance bonuses when you fight for less than a minute.
Well, yeah, but if you fight for less than a minute,
Right.
pull this
That's where I think that 3 bonuses would have been more justified because of that. And then fight of the night was indeed Shara versus Mark.
That's great. Dude, they just cannot stop giving Shara undeserved love in the movie.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out of here. Super nice to hear from you, Andrew A. We've talked a little bit on Instagram and shit. Seemed like a cool ass dude, so it was nice to talk to you, man.
Yeah, you seem
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to join again sometime.
Anytime, pre-fight, post-fight show, anybody's welcome on. So yeah, it's great hearing from you. You had some really good insight, man. Gio, what are you doing the rest of the night? You gonna stream after this?
Yeah, I might stream for like a hot second. I got some mic.
I know that some things been going on. I hope everything's going well.
Yeah.
Talk off camera, but yeah. Were you guys looking forward to Ryzen tonight?
Honestly, dude, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like,
were you guys aware that Seika Izawa is the greatest fighter to ever live? Hands down, nobody even comes close to her.
Dude,
Oh shit, that starts in 22 minutes, it's saying?
No way.
No, what?
No way. Yeah, there's no way. That's what it says on Tapology. That's complete bullshit, right?
Shit, man. I thought it started at 9, 10
Am I the
p.m.
only one that actually has a fucking Ryzen subscription besides me and Isha? Like,
I do. It starts at 8:30. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, Pacific. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30.
That's what I thought. Because
wait, it would go the other way, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I fuck that up again? 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Sorry.
So, I don't know if I'll catch Ryzen or not. Honestly, I might catch the end of it.
Okay.
I'll probably catch the end of it.
My chat has requested that I do it, even though I might fall asleep. But no, you guys are ducking the question. Seika Izawa, greatest fighter of all time or not?
I set you up. Dude, I knew where you were going with the fucking Ryzen questions. I set you up for that.
You set me up. I set you up.
Here's the thing: is she would have to fight Dakota Dacheva to be the best, and that's my wife.
Literally murdered Dakota Dacheva in the first round. It would take 5 seconds. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Listen, my ex that I'm on amicable terms with, Dakota Dacheva, she's, I don't know if like even she could beat Baby Shark at this point. So it's all Baby Shark and Sega is out. That's
Did
the
you
fight.
just mention Tabitha Rishi's name in the same sentence as the great, all-powerful Seika Izawa? Are you fucking kidding me, Giuliano? Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm done with you. Andrew A., I'm done with you too. You did not answer the question properly. That's it. I'm going to wrap this show up. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's time to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Man, you want some too? You better wrap it up. You better wrap